aka MrBoxing.com, aka Mr. Holla at your motherfucking boy. I told you motherfuckers. I told you motherfuckers. I told you motherfuckers. And I told you motherfuckers. How many times I gotta say it? I told y'all. Y'all think I don't know shit about y'all think y'all I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Y'all motherfuckers don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, but I know what I'm talking about. Okay? When I make predictions, I'm not pulling shit out of my ass. I'm looking at what's in front of me. A lot of you motherfuckers make predictions based on who you like. I don't make predictions based on who I like. I make predictions based on skill sets, based on attributes, based on clashes of styles. That's how I make predictions. Some of you motherfuckers are just too emotional. All right, I told you motherfuckers what was going to happen. Okay, I got motherfuckers jumping in the comment section telling me I'm wrong for what I'm thinking. Motherfucker, I know what I'm talking about. All right, and this fight proved it. Okay, because this fight went exactly like I said it was going to go in my prediction video. And if you need some sort of proof of that, go ahead to my prediction video. Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev, a workmanlike stoppage. So you ain't even got to listen to the actual video. Just look at the title of the video. And I ain't changed shit. Okay, so don't worry about that. I ain't changed shit. A workmanlike stoppage. That's exactly what happened in this fight. Okay? All right, before I get into that, all right, let me address this one motherfucker. He came into my comment section talking all this bullshit, talking about Sergey Kovalev was too mad. He was too angry to quit or be stopped versus Andre Ward. There's no way his anger would allow him to be stopped by Andre Ward. What the fuck? First of all, what the fuck are you talking about? Sit down and get the fuck on out of here with that bullshit. Okay? That's what this motherfucker got on my comment section and said. That Sergey Kovalev's anger would stop him from being stopped and would lead him to victory. Okay, first of all, motherfucker, I ain't know we lived in the Dragon Ball Z world and motherfuckers, all they had to do was get angry and turn Super Saiyan in order to win fights. Okay, so yeah, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck is this dude talking about? He's too angry. His anger isn't gonna allow him to lose. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Okay, first of all, any and everybody knows. Anybody who's had to perform in sports knows that when you go into a sporting event, okay, your emotions need to be under control. Your body needs to be under control. It's not that you're not supposed to have those emotions, but at the end of the day, you have a game plan. You have a focus. Okay? You have a job to do. Okay? And if Sergey Kovalev is overly angry, overly anxious, overly this, overly that, he's not going to be able to perform at his best. And that completely showed in this fight. Okay? That completely and utterly showed in this fight. Okay, so the main reasons I made my assessment about Sergey Kovalev getting stopped in this fight is because of the last fight. Okay, when you look at the last fight, there's so many things that you could point to in that last fight that would lead any and everyone to believe that he would get stopped in this fight. Let's look at that last fight. First of all, before I even talk about anything in regards to the fight itself for the last fight, let's talk about the fact that Sergey Kovalev suffered his first loss. Okay, now a lot of people look at that like it's nothing, but I assure you it ain't nothing. It's not nothing. A lot of fighters, when they lose for the first time, they're not the same fighters. A lot of fighters, when they lose for the first time, they are no longer the same fighters because they lost all that confidence that they built up over that time of beating different fighters. They lost that confidence by losing. They no longer believe in their abilities. Now they're thinking about losing. Okay, boxing is a mental sport. Okay. Anybody who talks to you about boxing, you can go ask them. It's probably about 80% mental and maybe about 20% physical. Your mentality has to be right going into a fight. So if you're someone, you're undefeated, okay, and you go into a fight and you lose, now your next fight, instead of you constantly thinking, all right, I'm going into this fight, I'm going to win, now your mind is like, I could lose. Now your mind is like, I could go in here and I can get knocked out. I can go in here, I could lose. I don't know what's going to happen. Now you're unsure of yourself. Okay? If not handled correctly, that could be mentally crippling to a fighter. Okay? So you take that into consideration. Take also into consideration Sergey Kovalev. He relies too much on his power. Okay? This guy has tremendous power and we see that. But when you rely too much on your power, it can be a problem. Because when someone's able to stand up to your power, when someone's able to call that power up and run through those shots, okay, and still give you some shots of their own, it becomes a problem because now all the hype that you believed, okay, you're the crusher. You believed you were the crusher. And now you're not able to hurt your opponent like you were hurting them before. You're not able to do a lot of the same things that you were able to do before. That can also be mentally crippling to a mentally weak fighter. And I think Sergey Kovalev is mentally weak. You can't tell me that didn't affect him, the fact that he couldn't knock out Andre Ward. You can't tell me that didn't affect him, that Andre Ward took his best shots and kept it pushing, kept it moving, shrugged them off, and still started throwing them shots to the body and doing what and fulfilling his game plan. You can't tell me that didn't have some sort of mental effect on Sergey Kovalev. There's no way you can tell me that. Okay? So those two things considered, now also consider the fact that after Andre Ward got up after being knocked down, okay? Andre Ward got up and fought his ass off. He continued to systematically beat Sergey Kovalev down in that last fight. Beat him down. Body shots galore. Okay? Hurting Sergey Kovalev. He systematically began to beat this man down. That is also crippling. Because you can't go from just knocking everybody out, okay, to having somebody take your power and now dish out a whole bunch of punishment on their own. Okay? You can't go from that. How do you recover from that? Now beating up everybody, going from beating up everybody to now getting beat up. And a lot of people in interviews and stuff, they call Sergey Kovalev a bully. I believe that. He has a bully mentality because one thing about a bully is, they'll bully you up until you stand up for yourself. Most bullies, up until you stand up for yourself, you say, bruh, you touch me one more time, I'm going to beat your ass. Then they want to back down. Okay, that's exactly how Sergey Kovalev is. Andre Ward took his power. He fought back. Sergey Kovalev backed down. That's exactly what happened. Okay, and then another thing to consider with that, along with that, okay, those are three things I just mentioned to you that contributed to Sergey Kovalev only being a shell of himself. So now those three things taken into consideration, now also take into consideration the fact that now you have a rejuvenated and you have a fully confident Andre Ward getting into the ring with you. Okay? Andre Ward, when he stepped into the ring with Sergey Kovalev for the first time, he was very unsure of himself. Okay? He was very unsure of himself. He came into that fight very rusty, very cold. Okay? So now you had an Andre Ward going into the last fight, rusty, cold, and unsure of himself because he probably was believing the hype about this guy being a crusher and all this old shit. He probably believed it to an extent. I'm not going to say he fully believed it, but to an extent, he probably believed it. Okay? To Andre Ward in this fight, who's fully confident, who knows exactly what to expect, and has the necessary adjustments in mind to be able to beat this guy. And that's another thing. Sergey Kovalev is unable to adjust. He's unable to adapt. Okay, the best fighters in boxing that you can think of, Floyd Mayweather, Guillermo Rigondeaux, okay, all these people in history, these smart fighters, what makes them smart, what makes them successful in the ring is their boxing IQ, their ability to make adjustments in the middle of fights, round by round, from fight to fight. They get better. They adapt to whatever situation they're presented with. Okay, so, you know, Andre Ward has that ability. Sergey Kovalev doesn't. So strategically, he's at a disadvantage, along with his psyche, along with him emotionally, along with him spiritually from the last fight. Now in this fight, he's at a strategic disadvantage and he's at a mental disadvantage. Okay? So going into the actual fight, okay, from round one, you know, as soon as the bell rings, we look at Sergey Kovalev and he looks like a shell of himself, okay? He gets in there, he's flinching at all the feints that Andre Ward's giving him. He looks shaky. He starts throwing these weak-ass punches, okay, that are very sloppy, very unfocused punches at Andre Ward. And Andre Ward's just digging in there. He's very focused. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Okay, now Sergey Kovalev in those first few rounds was a little busier. I would say he's a little busier, and I could see giving those first few rounds to Sergey Kovalev. But ultimately, it was really, there were really close rounds. Andre Ward, you could have given him those first few rounds as well as Sergey Kovalev. So, you know, those rounds were really close. You know, but I would say that Sergey Kovalev was a little busier. He probably won those first few rounds. Okay? After that, Andre Ward began to systematically pick this guy apart. And another big difference from that first fight to this fight, the fact is that in the first fight, Kovalev was much more dominant in those first few rounds than in this fight. So now we have closer rounds, and we have the Andre Ward that's more confident, that's now starting to pick it up a lot sooner. Now it's in the third round, Andre Ward starting to pick it up, and systematically start beating down Sergey Kovalev. Okay, so I don't know if this was around, you know, so the fight continues, but I don't know if this was around like round 4 or 5, but Andre Ward ended up throwing this hard body shot. All right, and hurting Sergey Kovalev. He literally tilted over. He tilted over in pain. Now, when Andre Ward threw this shot, Sergey Kovalev tilted over, but Andre Ward at this point was unsure as to what was going to happen. Okay, he backed up because he thought that the ref was going to intervene at that point. The ref didn't intervene and the fight continued. But at that point, had Andre Ward jumped on Sergey Kovalev at that point, he could have finished him. He could have finished Sergey Kovalev right then and there. And all this silly debate, all this bullshit going on online talking about low blows and all that stupid shit, it would have been over right then and there because Sergey Kovalev would have been finished in round 5, okay, when he got hurt to the body. But anyway, he gets hurt to the body, Ward backs off, and it gives Kovalev enough time to recover. Okay? So the fight ends up continuing. We fast forward a few rounds. We go to round 8 with each round. Ward is controlling each round now at that point. Okay? He's doing what he does best. Round 8, Andre Ward hits Sergey Kovalev with a straight right hand, which I believe was somewhat of a counter punch. A straight right hand, and ends up hurting Sergey Kovalev. And I also might add, Kovalev got hurt a few other times within the fight. I can't think of the particular times, but Sergey Kovalev got hurt a few times within that fight to the head. But in this particular time in round 8, he gets hit with this straight right hand. He starts doing this stanky leg, okay? He starts looking like Bambi with those motherfucking legs shaking. All right? He starts figure skating around the ring. All right? Dancing around, doing an electric slide around the goddamn ring. I don't know if anybody picked up on that shit. Okay? But he was noticeably hurt. Andre Ward jumps on him. He lands a few body shots that were on the belt line. Okay? Sergey Kovalev curls over in pain, much like what he did in round 5. All right? The ref intervenes, and the ref actually looks down at Kovalev. This is what a lot of people aren't talking about. The ref looked down at Kovalev. Okay? He looks like he said something to Kovalev. I don't know if he said something or not, but he looked like he said something to Kovalev. Kovalev gave no impression, gave no indication that he still wanted to fight, that he still wanted some work. Kovalev had his head down, okay, looking like he was done for the day, looking like he had cashed in his card, okay? He had punched his time card and he was done. So the ref stopped the fight. Okay, which is what they're supposed to do, because when they see a fighter that looks like they're dead on their feet, they're not going to let the fight continue. They're going to stop it right then and there. So the ref stopped the fight. So all this premature stoppage shit, okay, if you're mad about a premature stoppage, see Sergey Kovalev, because he's the motherfucker that gave no indication that he wanted to continue in that fight. Point blank, period. Okay, so the ref stops the fight, and it's over. Andre Ward maintains his belts. He's the unified light heavyweight champion of the world, and on to bigger and better things. All right? And all I got to say is, motherfucker, I told you so. I told you so. This fight went exactly as I predicted in my prediction video. Point blank, period. Okay? This guy, Sergey Kovalev, was not the Sergey Kovalev we knew before he fought Andre Ward. Okay? This was a weakened version of Sergey Kovalev. Okay? This was a defeated version of Sergey Kovalev. A defeated version. This was a Sergey Kovalev who was losing pretty much every round after round 2. Okay, fuck what Harold Letterman talking about. These motherfuckers at HBO, I don't know what the fuck they be watching. I don't know what they be doing. They must be watching soccer while they scoring the fights. I don't know what the fuck we going on HBO. But he was pretty much losing every round after round 2. Okay? And that's all there is to it, man. Your boy end up losing. Shout out to all the haters, man. Shout out to all the haters. I know y'all gonna be hating on this video. I already know what it is. Shout out to all y'all hating motherfuckers, because y'all motherfuckers jumping in the comment section and y'all making all these videos and doing all this shit online. You know what I mean? But y'all really don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. You know what I mean? D Dynamite know what the fuck he's talking about. Point blank, period. All right, let me know what y'all think. Hit it up in the comment section below. You can also hit me up on Twitter, Box capital X or capital X Die. You could also hit me up on Facebook, Box -sign or -sign Die. Like the video, subscribe, all that bullshit. But until next time, it's your boy D Dynamite signing out. Holla at your motherfucking boy.